Okay. So it turns out that we have more than one possibility when we're solving. So we're going to explore all the possibilities that happen when we're solving equations. So there's three possible things that can happen. Three possibilities. Okay. So we're going to explore all three, starting with outcome number one, which is the one we normally get. Outcome number one. So I'm going to give you an equation we're going to solve and see what happens. Negative 4x plus 12 equals 4x plus 20. Okay, so let's solve it. And it's going to be quick because there's not much to this equation. We don't have to distribute. We don't have we don't have things to combine on either side. We just have to get rid of the one of the variables. So I'm going to say negative 4x here and here. All right. And now we have negative 8x So now we have negative 8x plus 12 equals 20. Okay, you're saying no big deal. I've done this before. You might say even too many times, and I might agree with you. But we're going to look at what this means. Okay, what it means when we're solving and we get an answer. Okay, so now I have negative 8x equals 8. And let's divide and we'll get our final answer. Okay, we get x equals negative 1. And you might be saying, Mr. Contreras, this is no big deal. We do this all the time. True, we do. But I want you to realize something. When this happens, which is mainly what we do, we have one solution. We have one answer. One and only one number out of all the numbers on the number line will work in this equation. And it's negative 1 in this case. So we call this having one solution. And that's what most commonly happens. We have one solution. Okay? So what does one solution mean? There is only one number that works in this equation. Let's just say in the equation because it will make it a more general case. Okay? So this is what happens when we have one solution. You just get an answer. That's it. And normally that's what we do. More often than not, we're just going to get a single answer. You may be asking, well, what's the other possibilities? Let's look into that. Outcome number 2. Okay. So for outcome number 2, we'll explore another equation. 3n minus 3 equals 3n plus 6. Okay. We're going to solve this equation now. So go ahead and write that down. And let's go ahead and solve it. I don't have to distribute. I don't have to combine on either side. So let's get rid of the 3n on the right. So I'm going to put negative 3n. Okay? What do you notice? It cancels on both sides, right? You see that? That's going to happen sometimes. The variables will cancel on both sides. We do have something left, though. On the left, we have negative 3. On the right, we have the number 6. This is called a math statement. And it's either true or false. So we're saying that negative 3 equals positive 6. Yeah, this is the part that we're looking over. It's false. I'm sorry? Yeah, but they went away, and all we have are the numbers. Negative 3 equals 6. And that's false. When one number equals a different number, and that's all you have, it's false. When one number equals the same number, it's true. So this we're going to say is false. And when you end up with a false statement, you have what's called no solution. That means no number exists on the number line. There is no number that would make this equation true. There is no answer. Okay, no matter how hard we try, write this down, is no number that will work in the equation. So that's our second possible outcome. So now we've looked at outcome number 1, which is what we normally get, one solution, whatever that is. In this case, it was negative 1. Then we ended up with a false statement. In this case, negative 3 equals 6, which means since it's false, there's no solution. Let's look at outcome number 3. Anyone want to guess as to what we're going to do next? Outcome number 3. All right. Well, let's see. I'm going to give you an equation that will give us outcome number 3. Negative 2y plus 7 equals negative 2y plus 7. What do you notice? You notice the left is the same as the right? Well, I don't have to distribute, don't have things to combine on either side. I'm going to get rid of the variable. Well, what's going to happen when I get rid of this negative 2y? Yeah. It's going to cancel on both sides. I won't even do that step because we all know it's going to be plus 2y here, plus 2y there. It goes away. Whenever you have identical terms on both sides, it's a true statement because look, I have 7 on the left equals 7. That's called an identity. And whenever you end up with the same value on both sides, that means we have infinite solutions because this is true. Whenever you end up with a true statement, 1 equals 1, negative 8 equals negative 8, 0 equals 0. whatever identical number on both sides. It's a true statement, and we have infinite solutions, sometimes called an identity. We just put that in parentheses. Identity. But I believe here we call it infinite solutions for our activity today. And what does infinite solutions mean? It means every number would work. So this means any number will work in the equation. Any number on the number line. Now, these last two outcomes are very rare. They don't happen too much, but they happen. So we're going to explore that today and tomorrow. Any questions? Okay, so we're just going to do two more examples, a little more along the lines of what you'll see on today's assignment. Okay, so let's do it. Anybody still writing this down? I noticed a few people writing. Okay, ready? Okay, we're going to do two examples. Okay, number one. So we're going to solve. Number one, we've got negative 5x equals negative 2x minus 3x. Okay, so let's solve. I don't see anything I can do with negative 5x on the left. What can I do on the right side? Combine. I got two things I can combine, put together. I have negative 2x, negative 3x. If I combine negative 2 and negative 3, I get negative 5x. I get negative 5x equals negative 5x. So check in with your partner. What do you think that means if I end up with that? Negative 5x equals negative 5x. Which one of our cases does that fit? Outcome 1, 2, or 3? Yeah, it fits number 3. We have identical things on both sides, even though it has variables. So it's an infinite solution. I mean, we could take it one step further, and then we would have 0 equals 0. But at this point, we could just say it's an identity. It's infinite solutions. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that down. Identical. Therefore, this is the symbol for therefore, by the way. 3 dots like that. Infinite solutions. Are you guys familiar with the infinity symbol? I'm giving you all kinds of symbols today. Therefore, infinite solutions. Okay. All right, that was easy. One more. All right, this one's going to have all kinds of stuff though. So write it down. 2 parentheses 7x plus 6 plus 6x equals 4 parentheses 5x minus 2, take away 4. Okay, so this one has a few more steps. Starting with distributing, we can distribute 2 here and 4 here. Okay, let's start with that. So let's see, we got 14x plus 12 plus 6x equals 20x minus 8 minus 4. Okay, so we got that. So we distributed. I'm looking at my left side. I'm noticing I can combine a few things. 14x and 6x. I got 14x and positive 6x. Okay. And so what's that going to give me? 20x. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that down. I got 20x plus 12 equals, on the other side, I can combine a few other things, right? I can combine minus 8 minus 4. Okay, so I'm going to write that down now. 20x. And then what's minus 8 and minus 4 make? Negative 12. Okay, let's stop here. Let's pause here. What do we notice? What do we notice here? Yeah, if the variable part is identical after you've combined everything, guess what's going to happen to those 20x's? They're gone. Don't even have to show the step. They're gone. And what do we have left? 12 equals negative 12. So definitely not one solution, because we didn't end up with x equals something. So is this an identity or a no solution? Yeah, they're not identical. We're going to just point out these are not identical. They're opposites, actually. So not identical. We could have just seen that here once we cover those up. Therefore, what's our conclusion? No solution. No number will work. Okay. And on today's assignment, that is what we're going to be doing.